Yeah, well, actually, I changed my mind in these last days. And why? Because culture to me is much broader than what we usually talk about when we talk about culture. And actually, this is stipulated here during these days. And I was happy to see that some people also think in the same way. And there is a difference between the elite thinking and the elite, the art, the real top culture as we know it, and also the top politics, European Union addicts, so to call it, and the common people and the real culture of people in this. So, yes, I changed my way of thinking. First of all, there is a difference between these two, and there's a difference in leadership between these two. But in total, thinking about changing the culture and therefore finding the right people to really change the culture of the big mass will also mean that we have to bridge the gap between the elite and, let's say, the common culture of the common people. So that to me was the biggest learning point. So actually my search will now be, what kind of leaders do we need to bridge this gap? So I think that's a real challenge, and that's also the challenge, what kind of leaders do we need to get Europe, well, let's say different, to have a real identity for Europe.
Do you have already a suggestion or you can add?
Well, as I say, I think it should be broadened. That means to me that first of all, when we look at the politicians in Europe, what kind of people are going to European Parliament? Mm-hmm. The best politicians we have will go to national parliament. Nobody knows about the politicians that go to the European Parliament. So how can they be inspiring to me? I don't even know them. So this first of all, it's always energy flows where attention goes. When there's no attention to them, they can never inspire me. So who are the leaders in Europe? Actually, these are the national leaders. And the national leaders will never be the European leaders, because nation always comes first. And I was really inspired by Steve's remarks. His remark was that it is not a collection of, it is a collection of nations, but it's not a nation itself. We shouldn't see it as a nation. It's a network. And immediately I made the link that the most modern way of looking at leadership is network leadership. So we need network leaders. And this is quite something different.